Welcome back, guys. This is Tuesday. We are back at the store. We don't have anything to put out today, so we're going to be probably working on books. I did bring a couple old PCs I'm going to try to get out. I'll show you those guys next. So guys, it's always nice to have a couple older computers in here. This one is a Windows Vista machine. This one is a Windows 2000 machine. It's really good to be able to play Windows 95 and 98 games on. That is why we have them, because we do sell some of the really old PC games, and it's, like I said, always good to have machines in the store that will play those games. All right, guys, it's 7 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. We ended up at $212 today, which isn't too bad, and we had about at least $40 to $50 more in store credit. Trade credit we did as well. Here's a few things we sold. We sold a large HDMI cable. Somebody came in and bought a Wii Nunchuck. We sold a PS3 wireless controller. They also picked up Call of Duty World at War for the PS3. We sold a 3DS AC adapter. We then had somebody come in, Michael from the Nerd Attic. He was here and some of his people came over. They picked up a wired 360 controller, 360 battery pack and charge cable, as well as some games. They also picked up Call of Duty World at War, BioShock 1, BioShock 2, Oblivion, Destiny, and Aragon. Then at the very end, we had a family come in. They picked up Guitar Hero 3 as well as Shrek 2 for the PS2, and also we had a gentleman come in. He picked up an ocarina, an actual musical instrument. It's actually porcelain. They're actually pretty nice, and his buddy picked up Call of Duty 2 for the PC. So now, guys, stay tuned for Wednesday. Welcome back, everyone, to Wednesday. We did go out to the Plant City Flea Market today and picked just a couple things up, nothing major. Probably the best thing out there was Sims 3 for the 360. Got it for $2, and it's like a $16 game, so that was kind of cool. We do have a few things going out, some PS2 games, actually some decent ones. So now, guys, let me show you that stuff right now. All right, guys, here are the PS2 games. There's actually some decent ones in here. I mean, nothing super expensive, but some really good titles. We have Onimusha Warlords. We have Twisted Metal Black, Katamari Damacy, really cool game. Okami, probably the best one in the lot, except for the one I'll show you here at the end. We have Ace Combat 5, God of War, Manhunt, and probably the best one in here is a copy of Shadow of Colossus. Well, guys, it is 7 o'clock. It was a very, very slow day for us. We end up at $72 today. Like I said, very slow. Here's a few things we sold today. I think it was like 6 different customers came in. We sold Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition for the 360. We had one of our regulars came in with her kids. She picked up 3 DVDs. Jaws Unleashed for the PS2, as well as Finding Nemo for the PS2. We sold 2 small posters, a set of anime poker cards. We sold a large poster and a set of anime poker cards. We sold Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 for the PS2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 for the Xbox 360. So now, guys, stay tuned for Thursday. Welcome back, everyone, to another Thursday. Hopefully today will be better than yesterday. It was pretty slow yesterday with the rain. So now I've got some stuff to show you guys. We got a PC, some PS3, Xbox 360, GameCube games. So let me show you that stuff. First, I got a little bit older Dell computer. I think I'm going to put Windows XP on it. Put some XP games with it to try to get rid of some of that stuff. It's nice to have, like I said, some of these older computers that will play some of the older Windows operating systems. Got a few GameCube games here. Beyblade, Rocky, and Kids Next Door. We have got a 3DS XL system just like the one that I've got. Got a couple PS3 games, Red Dead Redemption, GTA 4 and 5. We have got some 360 games, Oblivion, Halo Reach, Halo 3, and Blood Drive, as well as Batman Arkham City. Then we have some Wii games. Nothing fancy, but again, not bad. Avatar, Epic Mickey, and Tomb Raider Anniversary. Well, guys, at 7 o'clock, we ended up at $75. Again, not a really great day. It was like 4 sales. Here are the 4 sales that we had. We sold Star Wars Clone Wars for the GameCube, Yu-Gi-Oh! Double Pack. That was one of the games we got at the flea market on Sunday. For the Game Boy Advance, we sold a wireless PS3 controller, one of the third party. Those things sell like hotcakes. He also picked up a charge cable, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the PS3 as well. Then sold Evil Within for the PS4, and then 3 DVDs to one of our regular customers. They had a little bit of trade credit. With the trade credit, they got 3 more DVDs. So, guys, stay tuned for Friday. Welcome back, everyone, to another Friday at the store. We don't really have anything really good to put out today. The only thing that's going out is a NHL game for the 360, so I'm not even going to show you that. We'll probably be cleaning discs, testing discs of that nature for today. We're also going to be working on the taxes some. But if anything interesting, guys, happens, I'll let you know. Something worth mentioning, though, the comic book store is hopefully going to be opening next Friday. They've been working on it, as well as the metaphysical shop should be opening on August 5th. That's their soft date, target date. So maybe tomorrow I'll walk around outside and show you a little bit from the outside what the stores are looking like right now. And as the opening days get closer, I'll show you a little more of some updates for the stores. Well, guys, at 7 o'clock, we ended up at 264, a much better day than the last 2 days that we've had. Had 12 sales, so that's pretty good as well. Here's some of the things we sold today. We sold 3 of the Nintendo magazines. They're finally starting to sell. He also picked up Adventures of Dr. Franken for the Super Nintendo. Had one of our regulars come in. They picked up Dead Space for the 360. Had a couple come in. One of them picked up a wireless PS3 controller, one of the third-party ones we sell. Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe for the PS3, and Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance for the PS2. Knew that wasn't going to last very long. His wife or girlfriend picked up a wireless PS3 controller as well, a wired PS2 controller, and then Disney Universe for the PS3. Had somebody come in. They picked up Fable Lost Chapters for the original Xbox. Then had another gentleman come in. They picked up Destiny for the 360 as well as a large poster. Then at the very end of the day, we sold Call of Duty World at War for the PS2, as well as Grand Theft Auto Stories of Liberty City, also for the PS2. We sold the new copy of Chrono Cross that we had, factory sealed. Then we sold Rare Replay for the Xbox One, Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii, as well as a Pokemon plushie. So now, guys, stay tuned for Saturday. Welcome back, guys, to another Saturday here at the store. Hopefully we'll do really good today. Saturday, at least last Saturday, was fairly decent for us. Previous Saturdays have kind of been hit or miss. So now, guys, I've got some stuff I'm putting out. I'm going to show you right now, but as you can see right up there, we put a couple Xbox 360 Guitar Hero guitars out. They work great, and they're in really good shape. So now let me show you the games that we're putting out. All right, guys, here's the rest of the games we're putting out. It wasn't very much. Hasn't really put a lot out this week, to be honest. Got a lone Xbox 360 game, Birds of Steel. It is actually kind of a pricey game. I think it's like 16 bucks. We got BioShock Infinite, Dante's Inferno, and Resistance for the PS3. Then a lone PS2 game, Gun, which is actually a pretty fun game set in the Wild West. So I want to talk about a little change we made in our display cases next to the register. As you can see, there are no DS games in this case anymore. What we did, they're over in that case, which I'll go over to here shortly. Basically what we did was we tried to move some of the bigger stuff down and the littler stuff up. Like these PSP games were down on the bottom down here. So we moved them up. The Game Boy and Game Boy Color games were on the second shelf. They're now on the top shelf. Same thing over here. These were actually over there on the top shelf, but we decided to move them over here. That's Game Boy Advance games and the DS games. Not much else has changed in here. There's been a few minor changes, like the loose GameCube games we moved up so people can see them a little bit better. One other little change we made was now we have some $2.99 DS games. These are some of the garbage games that we've had for a while. Decided to reduce the price on them and see if we can sell them. So guys, I promised you a little bit of footage from outside. This is going to be the Metaphysical shop. Their tentative opening is August 5th, and here is the Nerd Attic. They actually got a Magic tournament going on right now, so I'm not going to film that. They've got the inside painted, and they got some tables inside, but hopefully by next Friday they're going to be open. Well, guys, it is 7 o'clock. We ended up at 186. I would say between 11 o'clock when we opened and 3:30, we were sitting at $7. Around 4 o'clock, the floodgates opened up. We had quite a few people come in. Here's a few of the things we sold today. We sold a $2 DVD as far as a large poster as well. We had one of our regulars come in. They are definitely a collector. They picked up Streets of Rage and Sonic 1 for the Sega Game Gear. We then had a gentleman come in. He picked up Simpsons Hit and Run and Simpsons Road Rage for the original Xbox. His friend picked up Snowboarding, Cool Borders 4, and Star Wars Phantom Menace for the PS1. Then had another gentleman come in. He picked up Dragon Age 2 for the 360 and Fable Lost Chapter for the original Xbox. I had somebody else come in. They had called us and asked if we had BioShock Infinite. We let them know they did. They came in, they picked that up for the 360, as well as Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 for the 360. Then they picked up quite a few PS2 games. They picked up Gun, 007 Nightfire, 007 Agent Under Fire, and Simpsons Road Rage. We then had a gentleman come in. He picked up UFC for the PS4, And at the end of the day, we had a family come in. They picked up Hitman Blood Money for the PS2, and a gentleman came in, picked up a PS2 system. So now, guys, stay tuned for Sunday. Welcome back, everyone, to the last day of the week. This is Sunday. We just got a few things we're putting out today. I'm going to show you that stuff right now. All right, so we got some PS2, Xbox, GameCube, a couple PSP games, and a lone DS game. We've got X-Men Legends 2, Rise of Apocalypse, Fireblade, Sonic Mega Collection, Lord of the Rings Third Age, decent little RPG, a little repetitive though. We have got Need for Speed Underground Rivals and Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects for the PSP. We have got Civilization Revolution for the DS. I remember playing this on the 360, and it was actually a pretty neat little game. Then we've got a used third-party PS3 controller I picked up. It's got little skulls on it. I thought it was actually kind of cool. Well, guys, it's 4 o'clock. We ended up at 1:15, which actually isn't real bad for a Sunday for us. I know this was definitely better than last Sunday. Here's a few things we sold. We sold Kingdom Hearts and Prince of Persia Sands of Time for the PS2. He also picked up Final Fantasy Adventure for the Game Boy. We had a gentleman come in and pick up a whole bunch of PS3 games. They were Tomb Raider, PlayStation, All-Stars Battle Royale, Heavy Rain, Aquapazza, God of War Ascension, and God of War Collection. We then had somebody come in and pick up an NES controller, an NES Zapper, and Tiger Heli for the NES. Then somebody came in and picked up Naughty Bear and Splinter Cell Conviction for the 360. Then at the very end, somebody came in and picked up some NES AV cables and Sonic 2 for the Genesis. Again, guys, thanks for watching.